Today we're doing a very special recipe. This is a recipe that's come to us all the way from Jharkhand, and it's called Mutton Atthey. And it is such a great recipe, and I'm so excited to share it with you. This recipe was shared with us on social media by Mayur Shekhar, and it's actually a recipe that his father cooks, Sri Chandrakant, and it is a traditional vegetarian mutton curry which is made in Jharkhand as an offering to Mahadev at the Baijnath dham. And it's actually quite similar to something that we have in Bengal, which is called niramish mangsho, or vegetarian mutton curry, which is also made during the Sera time. And believe me, vegetarian mutton curry can be really amazing. And no, this is not mocklet or mock meat or anything of that sort. This is real mutton that is cooked without any onions or garlic. Let's stop the chattering and start cooking. The first thing you need for this mutton curry is a heavy bottom pan, and I didn't have a very heavy bottom pan, so I used a griddle below my pot, and I kept the fire on slow fire, of course. And you add your oil and your ghee, mustard oil and ghee. Depending on your choice, you can add more oil, less ghee, the way I did, or you can do the combination that Mayur has suggested in his recipe. And then while that is heating, you add the Heeng, the asafoetida, and you add the patta, the bay leaves, and let that heat with the oil. Five minutes into heating the oil with the bay leaves and the asafoetida, you add the meat pieces. And the meat has not been marinated in anything at all, it is just as is. Once you've added the meat pieces, turn them around a little bit, and then you cover it and let it fry for 35 to 40 minutes. And it's a process that takes a lot of patience and a lot of yielding into, or trying not to yield into, the temptation of hurrying it up. Now the aim is to get the meat really brown, a dark brown, well fried, and this first 35-40 minutes of frying the meat in oil with the asafoetida and the bay leaves is, I think, basically to also get the meat to cook faster, because so that it's like falling off the bones and really tender while the outside is all nice and crusty. So yeah, that was like 35-40 minutes of really sort of testing your patience, but every minute was worth it. Once the meat is nicely brown, you add a little salt, turmeric, and a little more ghee, and stir it around and shut the lid, and another 10 minutes. chillies, and you add the coriander powder. Mayur did not say to wait for the tomato to sort of get mushy, but I did because I just thought, what's a few more minutes in a good mutton curry. Once the tomatoes are done, you add the cumin powder, you add the ginger. I grated the ginger and added it, and then you add around 200 milliliters of water. After adding the water, let it simmer for another 10 minutes. Believe me, cooking this mutton is torture because at every step of the way, the fragrance, the aroma changes, and it sort of just keeps maturing and developing, and you know you're getting there, and oh, it's a process. Once that 10 minutes is over, now you add the Kishmish, the raisins, and they are really good in this dish because, you know, that sweet juiciness sort of contrasts so well with the savouriness of the meat. And along with that, you add some Garam Masala, and you add the Badi ilaichi, the big cardamom, the seeds powdered, and another 10 minutes of simmering on slow fire while stirring a bit so that it doesn't stick at the bottom. Your mutton is ready. It is a meal fit for the gods. While cooking this meat, I was so nervous because, I mean, I have cooked vegetarian mutton before being a Bengali, but this was like Mayur's father's recipe, and I didn't want to let him down. I didn't want to sort of, you know, screw it up. And so I was like really following each and every step to the best that I could, and the results were amazing. I can't tell you how yummy this mutton turned out. The meat was like falling off the bones. It was tender, it was juicy, and you know, you could get the taste of the ghee and even the mustard oil. You could get the flavors of all those dry masalas that had gone in. You didn't miss onion garlic at all, and it was really, I can't tell you how great this dish was. So happy that Mayur shared this recipe with us, and I wish you would too, because it is such an exciting thing for us to be actually cooking food that other people have created, that are recipes that belong to your heritage, your legacy, from people that you've loved and things that you've eaten as children. I mean, look at Anu Patria's Banjara mutton, look at Rohit Baswani's Kaleji fry. And there's so many stories that are built around these recipes, so many experiences, and we love to sort of, you know, share in that, and we'd love to sort of recreate your food your way in our kitchen. So go ahead, share a recipe. And that's it from me. Over and out. See you in the next episode.